For some backstory, I, 27F, first went NC last August after my birthday when I discovered my dad left my son, now 4, unattended in the pool and he nearly drowned. He failed to inform me about it until my son brought it up and then lied about it. Initially, they did not react whatsoever, but in September, they began harassing me by sending police to my home for a welfare check. I continued to uphold my boundaries, but decided to extend an olive branch by inviting them to my son's 4th birthday celebration. It was very casual in my home, just cupcakes plus gifts. They came and acted nice to me, complimented my home, took pictures with my son, etc. Well, just 2 days later, I arrived home to a process server waiting for me with a court summons for a petition for grandparents' rights in loco parentis, aka in place of parents, aka trying to take my son from me. The original petition was 24 pages, accusing me of being mentally unstable, addicted to drugs, and not providing sufficient care to my son. At the time, I had recently lost my job due to not being able to afford childcare. I'm a single mom, and they claimed I recklessly quit. Due to losing my job, I was not able to retain an attorney and had to fight them and their attorney on my own while finding employment and having absolutely no help with my son. I had to go line by line of that petition and respond to every single accusation. Doing this was quite possibly one of the most emotionally challenging things I have ever experienced. It took me over a week to get through, but I responded with my own 25-page document, thinking this would be the end of it. Nope. The battle dragged out for 7 months, all through the holidays and my job search. Throughout the process, I was working closely with some paralegals who advised me to continue to demonstrate I had been allowing reasonable access to my son and was not alienating them. This meant I had to attend family holidays, and let me tell you, sitting across the table from people who opened a lawsuit trying to take your kid from you was wild. Their attorney was so evil and tried everything to try and intimidate me. She went so far as to try and coerce me into signing over my mental health records from when I was 15 years old. My severe depression as a teenager, caused by them no less, was the linchpin of their whole case, as everything else was outright lies. I refused to sign them, and she threatened to inform the judge that I was not complying with discovery and petitioned the judge to force me to sign the HIPAA forms. Luckily, he did not. In this process, I was investigated by a court advisor, who was a whole other freaking mess I won't get intro, and every detail of my life was being analyzed. My dad, I actually don't even call him dad anymore, but for the sake of clarity, called and left voicemails to me on a daily basis, being rude and threatening and refusing to stop even after being asked many times. One of their claims was that I had blocked them, aka alienation, so I had to continue to leave their numbers unblocked, and it was a nightmare. After countless hours and tears and screams to myself, the case was dismissed entirely. It is shocking that it took so long, but apparently, if you have money, an attorney, you can say whatever you want, and the court must investigate before making a ruling. After all that time, everything ended with a simple, short email on a Tuesday afternoon. Very anticlimactic, honestly, LOL. It's been a few months now, and I'm doing much better in life. I have a great job now, and my son will be starting in his gifted pre-K program next week. I don't speak to those people, nor do I want to. If I ever doubt my NC, at least I have a dozen plus documents to remind me of how evil they are and how far they are willing to go to try and exert power over me. My advice, if you have a child, go NC now. before they develop a relationship with your parents. I know we all want to see the good and hope for the best, but it's not worth it for more reasons than I could possibly name here. And to anyone fighting their parents in court, which I sincerely wouldn't wish on anyone and hope no one is, you can do this. Live in your truth, and it will all come to light. It may take a lot of pain and darkness to get there, but keep going and don't give up.